McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The #1 midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome to BDE on a Chaos Friday. My name is Anson Wells. I am joined by an absolute legend here in Detroit, my man Terry Foster. How are you?
I'm doing well today. We got to switch your name up, though.
I heard you got a new nickname for me.
Yeah, Ancy.
Oh, no. It's Anson His Pants. Anson His Pants.
Anson His Pants.
I got that one in kindergarten because
That's kindergarten, man. You're an adult now.
Well, I don't know.
Fair.
I prefer Anson His Pants than Ancy, but either way, yes. I move around a lot.
You move around like you got your little gym shoes on. You burn rubber.
These are Chuck Taylors, man.
I know, but man, you got the rubber all burnt off on it because you just pace and you do little weird stuff.
The tread is mostly gone.
You're antsy.
Antsy for sure. Little antsy today. We've got Justin Satawa in Flint covering the Crim 5K, 10K race. We'll be getting some live content from him later on in the Braylon Edwards show. A absolutely huge shout out to our friends at Planet Fitness. They've got us up there in Flint, and we are absolutely so appreciative of our friends over there at Planet Fitness. Shout out Spenny. He's up north enjoying himself right now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You know what it means for black people to go up north? Go to
Lynching?
Auburn Hills. We don't go up north.
There's no reason to go to Auburn Hills anymore, Terry.
Oh, there is.
The landfill?
There's the landfill. There's cars parked where the palace used to be.
The Palace, driving, like, it was hard enough driving by the Silverdome, all right? The Silverdome, driving by that, seeing it empty and then seeing it gone, that hurt. But there was no reason to take the Palace down. Now, I know this is a wild idea, and I know they wouldn't have done this in Auburn Hills. Sorry, I'm blanking on the city there. But that place would have been an amazing community center. You turn every single one of the suites into a dorm. You got housing. You got kitchens, you got workout facilities, you got a whole concourse where you could allow these people to have their own business in there. And call me crazy, but to just take that building down, that building so rich with history and championship lore. 3, 4 were won there. Didn't the girls win 2 as well?
Yeah, women. Not
Women,
girls.
excuse me.
Be
Excuse me, women of the WNBA. But
you know what? They'll build something else there, and they'll do exactly what you say. And who cares if the Palace is not there?
Oh,
anymore?
it bothers the hell out of me. The fact,
See,
like,
I don't care. You just move on. If you're not going to play basketball, what's the point of having an arena?
well, they didn't play basketball for about 15 years. You're right on that account. But honestly, I had so many damn good times in the Palace Grill. What was your bar of choice at the Palace?
Jeez. I used to go to the Palace Grill a lot. It was all right. I didn't think it was that great, but it was fun.
During the playoffs, though,
It was fun.
it was a hot spot, man.
It was fun. I wouldn't. But you know what? You had a different experience than I did.
This is true.
Because usually I'm winding down after a game and I'm still all wired up and everything. So maybe I didn't have as much fun as I should have.
Yeah, I had a lot of good times there. Shout out Dan Russell. And shout out my dad for making all of those great years happen. But I got to say, Indiana Terry is looking damn good today.
Thank you.
Indiana Terry, we got Kentucky Green in the sound booth.
Yes, sir.
My man has had an adventure this morning.
Quite the morning, man.
You want to talk about it or no?
Nah, I'm here. I'm here. Everybody
I thought we
made
were
it here
supposed to be
safe.
in
So.
Flint today.
He was in Flint today, kind of. He's back, and we appreciate him. And we've got an emergency all-star substitution in the TD booth.
It's my
One of
first
the
time seeing him in there.
heavyweights. I know, it's been a long time.
Long time.
Mr. Eazy, thank you for saving the day, my friend.
You're welcome. Thanks for not asking my question on fantasy jerks. You asked.
Well, let's ask it right now. What's the question?
We should be honored because it takes $1,000 to get Eazy out of his house.
Hey, it was Joey. Joey had to pull the friend card, like I owe you a favor card. So you better collect on that, Easy.
I love Joey. Joey don't got to give me nothing. He's a great guy.
Big shout out to Joey,
Yeah,
man.
Joey, one of the
Big
most
shout out.
talented, great people in Metro Detroit
Love that
and in
man.
broadcasting. That's for damn sure. Go ahead and ask your question.
It was a question for you.
I thought it was a fantasy question.
Yeah, it's for like fantasy
for
guy.
for Brick Reminger?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Honestly, I don't even remember what it is. I've been doing my mocks. I'm 7 in my draft. I've been doing my mocks. I've been grabbing Amon-Ra. But I'm a big running back guy. I like to go running backs heavy first. And Genty's there too.
Oh, if Jenny's there, you got to take
my
him.
debate.
I wasn't a Jenny guy in the first round. The more time that's gone by, the more I've seen Genty. I've seen him in the top 3, and I don't think that it's that crazy. And if you look at the statistics of fantasy champions, over 60% of them are carried by premier running backs. I'm at the 0 wide receiver point. You know, everybody playing 0 RB. I'm at 0 wide receiver. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. You can go to our YouTube and find the first episode of Fantasy Jerks. We're partnered up with fantasypoints.com. These guys run analytics for the Packers, Vikings, and Bears. They are one of the top-notch services, and we did have an absolute legend, Brett Greminger, on. So get a chance to see that when you can. But Bobby Witt and the Royals are in town, and we're looking at the standings right now in the AL Central, and we're not looking at the Guardians in second place anymore, Terry. We are looking at the young upstart Kansas City Royals, a team that a lot of people thought would be contending early on because of a guy like Bobby Witt and some of the other young people that they have. But are you worried about the Kansas City Royals now?
Not at all. Not worried about the Kansas City Royals. And I keep hearing this is a big series. No, it's not. This is not a big series. All the Tigers have to do is not get swept. If they get swept, then you got some problems. If you don't, then you're still in command of this division. If you get swept, you're still in command. It might be a little bit dicey, but I don't view this as a big series.
Guardians seem like they're really fading at this point. Let's say let's say the Tigers swept this series. Are you ready to call it?
I'm calling it now. Yeah, if the Tigers sweep this series, they're done. This season is done because the Guardians will still be 10 games back. Kansas City would be 13 back or somewhere around in there, and there's only like 30 games to go. And the Tigers are playing better baseball now.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And you know, we saw a lot of the best teams in the MLB really slide right after the All-Star game. It seems like they've all figured things out, right, the ship. And a team like the Guardians that just seemed like they were unstoppable, all of a sudden they're bad. And Kansas City is getting their turn to make a little bit of a run, but I don't think that they have the horses to continue this throughout the rest of the regular season. Whereas the Tigers, even though they dipped, didn't really add any, great players. A lot of the Detroit fans wanted these big moves, but they made small moves. And as we've seen a couple weeks go by, we have our closer now. We've got some middle innings guys. The offense seems to have found their stride again. Do you think that this team has enough, assuming they win the Central, that they can win enough games in the AL to make it to a World Series this year?
They absolutely do, because I keep hearing why the Tigers can't go to the World Series. But I can give you reasons why the Yankees cannot. I can give you reasons why Houston cannot. I can tell you why Texas cannot. Everybody who's supposed to be big and bad and the Tigers can't beat, they're getting their asses whooped. So, and I know that's part of baseball. They're doing a 162-game season. You're going to have lulls. But I don't see this super team in the American League. Now, if you put, and I can't even say the Dodgers. The Dodgers are supposed to be this super team. They don't look so good. So I just think what you need to do and what Hinch needs to do is, how does he prepare this team to be playing good baseball in October? Now doesn't matter because this division is essentially over. I'm sure if Kansas City sweeps the Tigers, there's going to be panic in Detroit.
Yeah.
You know who's one guy who won't be panicking? Me. because this shit is already over.
My man. Love to hear that.
The series against Houston was bigger to me.
Yeah.
Because Houston could have been tied. Houston could have had a tiebreaker. Houston could have had the better seeding than the Tigers if they had swept that series. But they got swept. So right now, the Tigers are doing is it's elimination time. Eliminated Houston. Eliminated Cleveland. Now it's time to eliminate Kansas City.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I think that they can dial up a sweep as well. So let's jump right to the playoffs then. The two teams that I keep hearing everybody being afraid of is the Seattle Mariners and then the Toronto Blue Jays, who had their way with us a couple weeks ago. Which one, or do you fear either? Are you worried about either team, or is there another team that you think that might have our number?
I fear no man. I fear no team.
Okay.
As far as the Tigers, no, there's no fear factor. I mean, Toronto's not great. Seattle's not great. Seattle's not playing great baseball right now. So I don't fear anybody. And I just think the Tigers, after they're losing 12 out of 14 games, have solidified themselves as the best team in the American League. So they should advance to the World Series.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Brewers, who have been on a near record pace for the last month or so, they are the best team in baseball right now, 80-48. But it is your Detroit Tigers, who are the best team in the AL, second best team in MLB. They sit at 76-53, 9.5 game lead over the Royals, 10.5 games ahead of the Guardians. To me, I'm looking at this. Blue Jays have a lot of offense, solid pitching. Everybody's so afraid of the Mariners, I keep hearing. It's not a team that really worries me. You look at a guy like A.J. Hinch, you see what he did in the playoffs last year, and Hinch, to me, is the big presence for the Tigers that makes me think we're going to see them in the World Series come October.
Yeah, because he's preparing his roster for October. He will never say this, and he'll never think this, but today isn't really important. The next 2 weeks is not really important unless you go through a huge skid. But I don't expect that to happen with him. What he's got to do is prepare his pitching, prepare his hitting, prepare everybody to be playing at optimum level in October. And that's the only thing that matters. The only thing that matters from this point forward is the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, well, final question for you before we hit the break. Will we see Kevin McGonigal on the 40-man roster for the playoffs?
Very good question. I'm going to say yes.
I think so, too.
Give him a little cup of coffee.
Yep.
Let him see what it's like. And it's a good experience for him. Let's change the question. If I were in charge, would I bring him up? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I think that experience is wonderful. Maybe he gets 5-10 bats down the stretch during the playoffs or something. That's going to resonate with him for the rest of his life. Now, there's some people that say, oh, no, you put people in pressure situations, you could ruin them. If playing a couple games in the playoffs ruins McGonigal, that means he's not that good.
Yeah.
That means he shouldn't be up here anyway.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about for the future, too. But I don't see that happening. So I would bring him up, give him a little cup of coffee, a couple bats, and have him
not worried about starting his clock early?
No, hell no. I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, me neither.
if it's a pitcher and you bring him up too early and have him pitch an entire season, yeah, I'm concerned about that. But this, no. Because you're not going to ask him, you're not going to have him a bat leadoff and say, hey, carry this team.
Sure.
You're going to bring him in for spots and little things. But this will crust him a little bit. Put a little crust on him and get him ready for the future.
I like that.
Bring him up.
I like that. Yeah. If you're not too familiar with Kevin McGonigal, the number 2 prospect in all of the minor leagues. Guy got promoted to AA a few weeks ago and has been an absolute rake there. He didn't let off at all from his play at high A. This is a guy that could really help the Tigers offense. We will be here on Sunday for the Woodward Tigers live stream, so we'll get an opportunity to catch the last game of that series with the Royals. And when we come back, we will talk a little more about the series with the Royals.
Real quick, Anson, before we go to break, we got a super chat I Ain't Say That, $5.
Nice.
Showing some love to Anson. It's easy in the morning, no pause. Shout out Anson, love your work and providing something every day. And now a nighttime feature. Respect, man. When you're on, I'm in.
Hey, and I appreciate that so much. I need you to send me your address. So at Anson Wells, big pause. Anson at woodwardsports.com. You were a winner. I don't know if you saw that from last week. I've got a prize package that I need to mail to you, but I appreciate that so much. So let's pay some bills there, Easy.
Yeah, tell us about Vin Johnson.
Oh, man, listen, the Tigers have been fighting, and you need a fighter in your corner as well. And you see the fighter right there, Vin Johnson Law. He's going to get you justice. It might mean different things to different people, but he's the guy to get it for you. Whether it's a settlement or a verdict, justice is, of course, always worth the fight. If you got a case, contact the fighters at Vin Johnson Law today and get the justice you deserve. They're tough, they're tenacious, they're trial lawyers. Vin Johnson Law, go and check them out at venfights.com.
Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of sports and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Your relaxation game. Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. The largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, with top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaka. Located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at massagechairhouse.com or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to the ultimate relaxation and recovery.
Welcome back to BDE, Big D Energy, on a chaos-filled Friday. My name is
You ready for
Anson.
some chaos?
What's that?
There's a trend in the National Football League that I don't like.
Do tell.
And I'll admit that I'm probably wrong on this, but you know what 1/3 of NFL teams have right now that they didn't a few years ago?
Male cheerleaders?
Male cheerleaders, you're right. I don't like it.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Because, I just want to see the ladies out there.
But you don't got to watch him. You just look the other way. I got to say, for all these people that don't want to see it, they sure seem to be taking a lot of videos of it.
I didn't, and I won't. Look, I'm not gonna advocate stopping it. Don't let them do it. They can do it. You can keep doing it. I just don't want to see it. I don't see some dude on the chair going, "Hey, way go team."
And he's all over Twitter. All of them are all over Twitter. What do we got? We got the Vikings have one. Who else has one now?
Patriots got like 3 or something.
Solid.
Or the Eagles got 3.
Solid. I bet that's going over
Don't
really well.
I don't want to see that in Ford Field.
That was my next question. When does it come in here?
It's not.
You sure?
'Cause I'm gonna stop it.
You're going to stop that one. Well, we got Ryan Bergert and Casey Mize on the mound tonight facing off. Tigers are at home, so our Woodward Tigers insider Nick Koloff will be there. He's got some pretty cool stuff on tap, and we'll have some of that throughout the weekend for you guys. But This is an important series. Of course, we talked about it before the break. 9.5 game lead. Well, it is to Tigers fans because, as you mentioned, if they got swept at home, then all of a sudden we're sounding the alarm and people are talking. I don't think they get swept. I think that they win at least 2 games in this series.
All they got to do is win 1 game.
But beyond the actual the standings, aside from that, how important is it for this young team who is setting the pace in the American League to come out at home and handle business?
It's not important at all.
Not even from an emotional standpoint?
Win 1 freaking game.
Okay.
And you still up.
But that's from the
8.5.
standings. As a coach, let's say you're a manager of that team. Are you worried if they dump all 3?
They've beaten the Yankees. They've beaten everybody. They've gotten themselves back together. So I don't think that if they win 1 out of 3 games, it's going to be panic with the team. No, they just lost the series. Now, if they lose 3, then the public panics, but the team doesn't. They've got a nice cushion. They're going to play this cushion, but they're not going to get swept. But I think the only thing that I would look at is if you got teams in trouble, you put your foot on their neck. The Tigers have an opportunity to put their foot on the whole division's neck. Cleveland, there'll be three extra games where Cleveland can't catch up. Foot on the neck. The Royals will be 3 games further behind than they are. Foot on the neck. So from that standpoint, you have an opportunity to end this thing. But if you don't end it, it's not the end of the world.
I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree with that. You look at the Guardians, and they are in Texas for the weekend. That's not going to be an easy series for them. I would definitely predict that at the end of this weekend, you're going to see the Tigers with a double-digit lead over every competitor in the Central.
So you're not concerned?
No, I'm not.
So how's this a big series?
Well, we're on radio, man. I gotta pretend like it's a big series.
No, you don't have to do anything. You speak the truth. We don't have to make shit up to get people all excited. We talk our truth.
But they're going to flip out if they get swept, Terry. That's the deal.
But they're not going to get swept.
Okay.
That's the deal.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. I agree. I think that they take 2 out of the 3.
And even if they take 1 out of the 3,
that's all they need.
What's the harm?
It's not. You would 8.5 game lead at that point still. So, yeah, I am not worried. I am a little worried about who the number 2 pitcher for this team is going to be when we do get to the playoffs. Got Flaherty, signed a big contract. Obviously, won a ring last year, but wasn't sterling in the playoffs by any means. Casey Mize really, really been pitching well. Got some other new guys in the fold that could be one of those guys. Who are you dialing up as manager to be your number 2 starter come playoff time?
I think I'm going with Casey Mize.
Me too.
And this, I like the way he pitches. Even when he gave up runs against the White Sox, they didn't hit him hard. They hit bloopers and dribblers and all that kind of stuff. He still pitched well. I think he's pitching well, and he's had some bad luck. But bad luck turns into good luck, or it doesn't. It just turns into normal baseball. And if that happens, Casey Mize is going to be able to handle this. And so that's my number 2 guy.
Okay. All right. Tigers are favored tonight by a 1.5. So if you want to head on over to Caesars Sportsbook, get that bet in. In terms of the playoffs with Casey Mize, this is a guy that I think a lot of us weren't really expecting to have the season that he's had, coming back from numerous injuries, but he really does look the part to me right now. I like the experience of a Jack Flaherty and what he was able to accomplish last year. Again, he didn't look great doing it, but I think that you have to give him a chance. I'm not sure that Hinch doesn't put him in as that number 2. Like just talking about the Tim Patrick debate. I know I heard you yesterday, KG. You were pretty upset at the idea that Maz put out there that he might not even make the team. And I think everybody's going to be fixated on the statistics of what Casey Mize has done versus the statistics of Jack Flaherty I think he's closing in on 5 ERA right now. He's not having a great season.
It's not looking good.
But they signed him to be the number 2. Is that going to bother you guys if Mize is tried out as the number 3 starter, and we see Flaherty in game 2?
No, because Flaherty, he's making the second most money on the team. He absolutely has to be your answer at the number 2, like good, bad, or indifferent. So you just hope that he can find that consistency, because he is capable of going out there and setting a lot of guys down. He'll go out there and get you a lot of Ks. It's just about, can he keep runners off the base paths, the biggest problem with him. But overall, no, I'm not upset with that at all. And for Casey Mize, it's just all about location, because when he's locating his pitches, we know he has the stuff. It's just all about, when he gets in these zones, and sometimes it's just his vision is off, he's not locating correctly, that's when things tend to snowball for him. But he's had a pretty okay year, besides the few starts that he hasn't went out there and delivered. So I think we'll be fine. I'm more worried about the offense.
The Tigers are in a really good position pitching-wise. One, all they have to do is figure out a way to get 3 of their 4 starters pitching decently, and they still have a month to do that. With the additions of during the trade deadline, they brought in like 7 or 6 arms or whatever. All they have to do is figure out how to make 2 of those arms competent. And they've already got 2 pitching well. So mission accomplished there. So they're in a really good spot.
How would you feel if Chris Paddock is out there starting for us in the playoffs?
As long as he's not pitching against the Minnesota Twins, I'm good.
Right.
Familiarity. Right. So just taking a look, Jack Flaherty with a 4.51 ERA, Casey Mize sitting at 3.63. Obviously some of these other guys we lost for the season. Troy Melton has been a real bright spot coming up from the minors. He's got a 2.70 ERA. Hey, our Tigers insider, Nick Koloff, loves this kid. He even floated the possibility of him being used as the number 2. Now, I
don't trust that.
Yeah.
But here's what I would do. If you need some bulk innings, if let's say your starter only goes 5 innings, I'd put him in for 3 innings. I have that faith in him.
Okay.
But maybe not to start the game, but to make sure that you get to
or as an opener, or as a mid innings guy.
Mid innings. I'm not an opener guy.
Okay.
I know it's work, but I don't play that game.
Okay.
But as a guy that my starter only went 5 innings. We're still in the game. Let's get him to our setup man and closer, whichever way Hinch is going to do. I like him in that role.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, if he continues to cook the way that he has been, I would not be surprised to see him as a 3rd or 4th starter for this team. I know that pitching chaos kind of worked for us last year, but I think that we'd like to get away from that. I think we'll see plenty of it. But if we can have 3 or 4 legitimate starters, and Melton being one of them, this team looks a lot different come playoff time than they did last year.
What about the old guy?
Who's that?
Uncle Charlie.
Mr. Morton.
Charlie Morton.
Yeah, now Charlie Martin. See,
man.
I love his experience. He's only 2 or 3 years removed from being a premier pitcher in the MLB. To me, if you bring him out there and you let him start a game, and he makes it through 4 or 5, you can bring in a Troy Melton at that point for 2-3 innings, and then you get into the Will Vest and Finnegan area.
You know what?
Could be really strong.
Hey, let's put that pitching chaos bullshit to the side. Game 3, an Eminem game. Morton and Melton.
I love that.
A Morton Met, an Eminem game.
Yep. Old and young. I love
I'm
them.
right.
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers.
Where's he going there?
Let them eat up 8 innings, and then you go to your closer.
What do you think Eminem's strikeout pitch would be?
Oh, he'd have a heater for sure.
Oh, he's beaming guys. He ain't even pitching. He just gonna hit them like.
Just gonna hit him. Well, we could talk a lot of baseball, but we'll see plenty of it this weekend. So let's take another break here, and we'll come back. And I know you guys are ready to talk Detroit Lions, so we'll do that when we get back. But first, let's hear a little bit from our friends at Planet Fitness. Shout out to them. They're up in Flint with the Crim. One of our guys. They've been with us for a very, very long time, and they have been providing an awesome program for teenagers around Metro Detroit. Teens from 14 to 19 get to work out free all summer. Now, that does end August 31st, So you've just got you got about 9 days to get in there and take advantage of that. But get your mind right, get your body right, get into Planet Fitness. It's judgment free. There's locations all around the D. So get on over there and get your fitness on.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce out of Michigan Sports & Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during the Braylon Edwards Show, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
BDE on a Friday, joined here with Terry Foster. I'm Anson Wells, and I want to know, KG, can you get me a little Sheila Ford Hamp Lions fan?
Oh, you know I got you. Give me one second.
I know you got it queued somewhere over there.
Oh, yeah.
I got to hear that before we start.
All right.
I don't know who Sheila Ford Hamp is.
How do we say her name?
You said it right, but she dropped the Ford stuff.
That's
and you know what?
Ballsy and interesting.
It wasn't ballsy, but a lot of people said the Lions can never win as long as the Ford's on it. They said, okay, the Ford's not owning it. A Hamp is, though.
Yeah. Just one letter off away from a really cool last name. But we are talking Lions now, and the Lions will be playing tomorrow. Are they hosting the Texans, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hosting the Texans. And you know what? Before we get into any of this stuff on the show sheet, I got two fun questions for you that me and KG got into on the Lions postgame last week. We got to get one of them pretty well covered, and then the other one, well, we had some technical difficulties and we didn't get back into. We got a little bit of time here, so I do want to ask you guys some questions. Now, keep in mind, tomorrow we got that pregame show, watch party, and then the postgame show, so get to Woodward Sports early tomorrow and stick with us all day long. I got a question for you. This is hypothetical because they're both going to be on the team, but Terry, you have to make a decision between cutting Sione Vaki and Craig Reynolds. Again, disclaimer, guys, both guys will be on the team. I want to know, if you had to get rid of one, who would it be?
It would be Vaki.
Really?
I think Craig Reynolds helps you as a number 3 running back. Vaki can too, but he also helps you on special teams. They're both essential members of this team, so I wouldn't cut either one of them.
Sure.
But I don't play the game where, well, let me make some stuff up. No. If I got to keep one, it's Craig Reynolds. Got more experience. I like his game. I think he makes. I'm not gonna say he makes a ton of big plays, but now and then you see that he makes some big runs. He's important, so I trust him. How about I trust him more than I do Vaki?
Okay, so I think now Tigers and Phil, are you saying you'd keep Vaki or you'd cut Vaki? So the question is, who are you cutting, Vaki or Reynolds? Put your answer in the chat.
But we probably won't have to cut either one of them.
No, we're not cutting either one of them.
They carry it for.
We're not. And they love both of those backs. This is purely for fun, chat. So don't get worried. Craig.
Hypothetical.
Yes, thank you.
Jesus.
Netflix and Vaki will be on this team. We're just having a little bit of fun. Where are you on that, Easy? If you had to get rid of one, who are you cutting?
It's no fun talking about guys not going to get cut. It's more fun riled up KG about our boy Timmy P.
I know he worried now.
Y'all better stop that shit, man.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was trying to save this for heavies, but yesterday when they're running the individuals, obviously the 2 quarterbacks, Kyle Allen. By the way, someone might be cutting Shannon Hooker. We can talk about that too. But they have Kyle Allen, Jared Goff. Jared Goff working with the first team wide receivers. However, it was it was Isaac Teslaw and Jamison Williams with the second string line. So when they came up, Jared Goff would switch over. And Timmy P was catching balls from Kyle Allen, and Tesla and J-Mo was catching those balls from Jared Goff. It was interesting to say the least.
I said week 9. Week 9 he'd be the number 3. KG didn't like that. KG, where are you at on? Let's handle them both. Are you stressed about Tim Patrick? And then give us your answer on Vaki Reynolds.
I'm cutting you, Anson, for answering these questions.
You're not.
Nobody trying to answer these questions,
you should.
man.
This is like him almost asking. All right, neither one of them are going to get cut. But if you had to get rid of them, would you get rid of Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery?
Neither.
But neither one's going to get cut. But if you had to, that question is almost like that. Shame on you for asking that question.
I know, right? But if we got to answer it, just hypothetical, I think I got to agree with Terry, man. I like what Craig Reynolds has done for this team. I like to go off people that have proven themselves in the moment. And whenever they've relied on Craig Reynolds in a big moment, he has come through. He's a forward runner. I realize that he doesn't do the same things Vaki does in terms of the passing game. But I think behind this Lions offensive line, to have a runner like that, I think you would keep Craig Reynolds in that situation. And Tim Patrick's not getting cut, people. Can we stop that shit? He's not getting cut.
You know what? I'm going to be like Anson. I got a question for you guys. It's not going to happen, but if you had to cut one, who would you cut? St. Brown or
I can already see where
Jared
this is
Goff.
going. Right. Neither one.
Which one would you cut if you had to cut one?
Neither one.
Well, I'm seeing keep easy, cut man bun. I'm seeing people the fat ass. Anson looks like a vegan. Eat a damn sandwich, kid. You better hope you look this good when you're my age, fat ass. So there's all kinds. There's all kinds of people in here giving us. Everybody's keep easy though. There's a few keep easy and cut somebody else.
No, those ladies like those chubby grubbies, man.
The chubby grubbies.
He a chubby grubby, man. And I just want to hug him.
Yeah.
But you know, Anson, if the women hug you, they would hurt themselves because there's so much bone there and muscle.
Right.
But easy, it's like, hugging a nice big fat pillow. They like that better.
It's so weird how people that are in shape get shamed for it. It's so strange. Bro, if I could add weight, you think I wouldn't?
You know what?
Outside of sticking a
jealous.
hypodermic needle in my ass, there's no way I can add weight, man.
That protein,
I've been trying my whole damn life.
I wish I was
man.
your size.
Well, and the funny thing is
because I'm jealous.
And the thing is size, it's all about what we're actually talking about. So.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, I didn't say nothing, baby. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. It's a Chaos Friday. All right, the next one. We're playing hypotheticals because Terry loves them.
Not stupid ones.
2036 over under for Dan Campbell's last year as the head coach of the Detroit Lions.
2036?
2036.
What was all these weird?
I'm off the rails today, baby. It's a Chaos Friday. Let's go.
It's preseason, man.
Under. He will not be the Lions coach in 2036.
Ooh. Easy?
How old is he?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I think he's in his 40s.
You know what? And you know what? Doesn't mean he's going to get fired. Dan Campbell might say, well, fuck it, I'm running for mayor.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the coach in 2036.
He'll retire on his own.
He'll be burnt out, and his roster will be burnt out by then. You can't sustain this for over 10 years. After 7 years, people start to tune you out no matter who you are. So I cannot see him being the coach of the Lions in 2036. Either it's not going to work out, or Dan Campbell's going to get so big, shoot, he might run for president. I don't know.
Phil C says I drive an electric scooter. Actually, we own a auto museum. I don't do anything electric. I don't even drive the electric golf carts we have. I drive the 35-year-old gas motor one. So for me, he's going to be here past 2036. I've been telling all you guys, when they came here, yes, they want to win a championship, but it wasn't sell out to win a Super Bowl. It's let's be great for a decade and then the next decade. This guy is Detroit. Dan Campbell understood what it was to be a Lion when they were down. He understood what it was to be a Detroiter and a fan of this franchise. And he came here and nearly overnight completely changed the culture. I don't know how, when you're as successful as he's been and embraced as widely as he is by everyone in the state and now nationally, I just don't see a scenario where this team returns to futility, where he gets fired, or any scenario where this guy wants to leave. So I'm going over. He will be here past 2036.
You know, after 6 or 7 years, you burn out a locker room. They're tired of the rah-rah stuff. They're tired of the paint being peeled off the walls. So you will gradually start to lose a team. He will gradually lose this team at some point. Not going to happen now or next year or whatever, but look, in that 7th or 8th year, that's when it starts to build up on you. And you know what? I just don't want to hear his stuff anymore.
What about you, KG? What do you think?
When was Mike Tomlin hired as the Steelers coach? 2006, correct?
This is your 20, I believe?
Yeah.
Damn.
Close to 20 years for Mike Tomlin. Why can't it be Dan Campbell?
I agree, man.
Why? And I do get what you're saying, Terry, and normally,
Steelers don't like that's a different word. They don't like firing coaches.
Well, true, but shit, why would we fire Dan Campbell if he continues to put out a winning
Mike
product?
Tomlin was with 70% of the other teams, he would have been fired by now.
And I do think his situation is unique, just like Dan Campbell in Detroit. If he continues to be a winning coach, to go out there and put a winning product on the field, the teams will change over time. I mean, 10 years from now, this Lions team is going to look completely different. It might still be some of our stalwarts here, but this Lions team is going to be completely different. But I don't think the message will change. I think they have really built this organization in Dan Campbell's image, and I can see him being here if he wants to be here past that amount of time. If Mike Tomlin can
throw that
do it.
in there, does he want to do this?
And that's the
more
question.
than 10 years?
That's the question. Yeah,
because you burn yourself out too.
Yeah, true.
You get tired of this.
Sure. I'm not tired of this job, though. I do love it. Shane Daniel with the $5 super chat. Shout out, Shane. When's the last time the Lions had a head coach that wasn't on the hot seat going into year 5? Maybe Cocaine Wayne Fonts?
No, he was on the hot seat.
He was on the hot seat every other year.
Right?
He was on the hot seat.
The big buck. They always come after the big buck. He was on the hot seat, too, even when he was winning.
I will always miss that man here. Give us a Wayne Fonts story, Terry.
Let me see.
You smoke
Wayne
crack, don't you?
Fonts. Oh, I know. I laughed in Wayne Fonts' face one time. We were in the end zone at the Silverdome, and I was just in a goofy mood. And he started talking about NFL coaches, and he said, Bill Parcells, Vince Lombardi, me, and other great coaches. When he said that, I cracked up. I said, Wayne, you ain't great. We talking about other great coaches.
Oh, man.
He had the greatest running back, though, and that was all him, right?
Yeah, Wayne is the reason Barry Sanders was the greatest running back ever.
Right.
Once again,
Shout out Wayne Fonts.
what did they do with Barry Sanders when they got inside the 10-yard line?
They took him off the field, Terry.
Took him off the field.
Inexcusable.
For I forget which one was it. Ron Rivers nickel package or something. I don't know what it was.
Ron Rivers, man. There you go. Hey,
They put in Ron Rivers.
JJ Carrillo with a great question in the chat here. Any update on Glasgow? We will have that for you as soon as we get back from the break. And let me tell you about Les Stanford Chevrolet. Hey, they've got all kinds of great deals on their 2025 model class. See that 25 Sierra for only $169 a month? That's a steal. $699 for all you players that want to get in that Hummer, and $259 for the 2025 Envision.
Listen, losing it.
Get the Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC for all these specials. Head on over to lesstanford.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Sundays in Detroit just got smoother with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea and Woodward Sports Network. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, just a clean, crisp sip that won't fill you up on game day. Only 100 calories and 4.5% alcohol, perfect for tailgates, couch gates, or wherever you're watching Detroit Lions football. So this season, with a good times cruise with Sun Cruiser at Woodward Sports, and please, please, please remember to drink responsibly.
Chaos Friday here at BDE. Terry
It is
Foster.
chaos, and I got a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Not that it's
Hypothetical?
gonna happen. Huh?
Hypothetical?
Hypothetical question. Not that it's going to happen. But if you had to cut one, who would you cut? Taylor Decker or Sam Laporta?
Neither.
Ooh.
No, you got to pick one.
I'm going Laporta.
Sam Decker. Shout out Sam Decker, man.
Well, while we're talking about offensive...
Hey, did he play for Houston?
Yeah, he did. The little shooter, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we're talking about offensive line, you heard the question before we hit the break. Graham Glasgow has been dinged up a little bit. Easy, can you catch us up on what the situation, the injury situation is with Graham Glasgow?
Yeah, man. I don't really like. A lot of people look at me as the guy that's like, I want to say negative. I think I'm more realistic, and they want to stir things up. Hey, Graham's okay. What I don't. What are we doing? Like, I was there. I guess it was a little
Just
bit
tell
different
us,
for
is
me.
he okay or is he bad?
I think he's okay. He during the play, after the play, he like reached down on his lower left leg. It looked like his knee, and everyone stopped the play. He walked himself over behind other players. The little wall they put down when they're doing those scrimmages, or whatever. And then he laid down. The trainers were working with him again. Looked like the left knee. He stood up on his own, and then walked his big ass all the way back to the training facility. And if you've been there, from the practice field they're on to the training, it's a long walk. And he walked by himself. And we got, what,
Chubbs,
2 more weeks
help
we got to
us
care
out.
about this? He's fine.
Is he good or can he not play? That's all people want to know. They don't want to hear the story they've already heard before, they already seen with their own eyes. Is he going to play or is he not going to play?
I think he's going to play.
Okay.
I think something like that, by now we would have heard from an insider like Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter. You would have saw that tweet come across your screen at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think he's fine. Personally.
All right. Bottom line, I heard he's good. He's going to play. So
Yeah.
there's not another reason we need to panic. There's somebody in the middle of that offensive line, and one of them will be Graham Glasgow.
Yeah, I believe so too. It seems like the interior offensive line is the big topic of conversation when we're talking about Lions. Obviously, with Frank Ragnow retiring, with Tate Ratledge looking like he's going to be the starting center as a rookie, second guy in Christian Mahogany, who's a second-year player, 6th-round draft pick, probably more of a third-round pedigree, and he obviously looked good last year. I'm not sure if we're going to have an opportunity to get that clip up from Brett Greminger.
Not yet.
Brett Greminger joined us on Fantasy Jerks Wednesday night. He is one of the premier fantasy analysts in the fantasy world. But this company also works for 3 teams in the NFC North. They firmly have the Detroit Lions offensive line ranked inside the top 5. They are not worried about the changes. They are not worried about Ragnow's retirement. And this is one of the premier analytic companies in football. They have, again, squarely kept the Lions offensive line in the top 5. I'm curious what your reaction to that is, Terry.
Not surprised. We need to divorce ourselves from this Detroit community sometimes, because here, this is panic central. All right, when everything is a panic. Every time somebody's carted off the field or walks off the field, he's never coming back. He is. You lose your coordinators, panic. You get a retirement at center, panic. Taron Arnold moves the wrong direction on a play. So let's panic about that. So I say this. Lions are a very good team. The end of the world is not near. The line is going to be good. The defensive line in time will be good. Aiden Hutchinson is going to play the entire season. He's going to be Aiden Hutchinson again. And they're going to create havoc for other teams' offense. I think this defense is going to be a lot better than what we saw last year.
I agree. And, I mean, they're healthy, obviously. I don't know what they would have been if they would have stayed healthy, but I think that on paper, this healthy defense is better than the healthy defense we had last year.
Correct. I agree with that. But, of course, I also believe this, and I could be wrong on this. I don't think the Lions could sustain as many injuries this year as they did last year. The law of averages said that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Man.
So they're going to be relative. Yeah, there's going to be 3 or 4 guys out here and there. That's the NFL because it's a collision sport. But 14, 15, 16, 17 guys out? No. Guys walking on the running onto the field with name tags with Burger King underneath, that's not going to happen. They're going to be a competent defense this year.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're a top 10 unit. Dante 151 with the super chat. Would you cut Vaki or Cade Cunningham? Shout out Dante.
See
you,
Vaki.
Gotta
go.
You gone.
Dante, I got to apologize. I know we've sent out all kinds of prize packages to you. I need you to send me your first, last, and email or shipping address one more time.
You running the scam.
And one thing,
I've got a prize pack sitting for like 10 days of his.
When you email Ancy over here, please call him a doofus.
Yes.
I'm glad that was the D word you chose.
He's selling y'all information, man. Don't do it.
No, just send me Anson at Woodward Sports. I want to send this prize pack off to you. But
give me the last 4 of your social and your mother's maiden name, and I'm gonna send you an awesome prize pack.
You're right.
And your first teacher's name and your first dog's name as well.
Right.
The street you grew up on.
He's sending that info to China.
That's what they try to do with me because I'm old. I get these emails. Hey, from like Medicare and all this stuff and Social Security and all this stuff. All we want is your Social Security number. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you my Social Security. Oh, don't worry, we're not going to use it against you, and you can trust me. Mind you, trust somebody I've never met.
Yeah.
Barely know your name.
Just this voice.
They try to get us old people, man.
They do.
They
y'all
try to
easy
trick
marks. Y'all are.
And you know what? It works a lot of times.
Oh yeah. You ever watch those guys that scam the scammers over in India?
Oh no.
Oh, it's fantastic. They like speak Indian or whatever.
Well, they hack their computers and they
I get that phone call all the time. Hello, is this Teddy Foster? My name is Frank.
You know what I say to that? I go, listen, I know your name is not Frank.
Right.
We really starting this relationship off with you lying to me? No, my name is Aaron. No, it's not Aaron, Manpreet. I know that it is not Aaron, bro.
Oh, they call, hello, Teddy Foster. My name is Moo. I just need your Social Security number, please. I'm not going to use it against it because we're friends.
Shit, they can have my social. You just getting dead. So all you getting is a lot of debt. So that's fine. You
All right, well, let's.
Those were the 2 worst Indian accents I've ever heard in my life.
No,
Easy.
I have no clue what accents.
Easy.
those were.
Let's.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's pay some bills before we get canceled. All right.
Yeah, for real.
Well, let's just get canceled.
Let's pay some bills.
No, Aquaman, you can't have it. No, I'm fucking
Talk about a big black rock.
I will talk about the Black Rock restaurant. Yes, I will.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna be there on Tuesday, aren't you?
We're gonna be there Tuesday in the Utica location. If you guys in the area, come through,
Can I
stop by.
come?
Yeah, for sure. Like we're doing steak tests.
Man,
I'm
sounds
trying to be-
awful.
I'm trying to get
Our
in.
new
Sounds
sales
terrible.
guy, Brendan, came to me. He's like, "Hey, Easy. Like, I know like you guys like being in the studio. Like Tuesday, we're gonna do like a food review at Black Rock Steakhouse. You guys cool with that?"
Fuck yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Y'all,
Yes.
Y'all the heavyweights
Simple
for a
answer.
fucking reason.
Yeah,
Like,
what are we doing? Listen, you're looking for dinner plans that sizzle? Head to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Mention Woodward Sports and score an exclusive 20% off your total food bill. Not only can you pull up and see us, get 20% off your food bill too. Just our listeners. Don't miss their daily deals like Tasty Tuesday, Thursday Steaks and Scampi Combo, and Sunday Sips. Also, check out the new summer flavors menu with the pineapple brulee cheesecake you crack right at the table. Or crack into some crab legs. And don't forget to enter our giveaways. It's not just a meal, it's an experience only at Black Rock.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Are you ready? It's electric.
It's the Great American EV Sale at Feldman Chevrolet. With over 800 EVs on the ground, it's the largest selection in the state. Drive home a 2025 Equinox EVLT for just $159 a month, or a 2025 Blazer EVLT for only $179 a month. But hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit disappears September 30th. The countdown is on. The Great American EV Sale is here, only at Feldman Chevrolet.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Grind to shine, Detroit. But if you want your car to shine, it's real easy because Woodward Sports and Jack's Car Wash have partnered to hook you up with a free car wash. Just text WSN to that number you see there, 888-522-1729, and enjoy top-tier service with free vacuums, compressed air, and there are mat cleaning rooms at some select locations. Join that unlimited club and take advantage of all the perks of being a member, like our Maz does. He washes his car twice a day.
Let me interrupt you. I am a member also, and they're so good. There's this woman, she takes a paintbrush and cleans out the middle console.
Wow. Nice.
So that's like, we call that in the hood brown skin service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the suburbs, we call that detailing. But yeah, wash at any of our 40-plus locations just twice a month, and membership pays for itself. Upgrade to interior cleaning and detailing at 8 different locations across Michigan. Head on over to jackscarwash.com. Find that location near you. Text now and shine on. 12 o'clock on a Chaos Friday. Terry Foster, Anson Wells, KG, and running sound and easy. Saving the day, making us look so good, but you couldn't add any weight to me, could you?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I thought the camera's supposed to add 20 pounds, man. They're all calling me skinny. Telling me sandwiches.
That's skinny.
I know.
Anson, you said you got me lunch after this, right? For coming and doing this?
I think we all should be getting lunch for today, to be quite honest with you. You first, my friend.
Yeah,
you
y'all
first.
welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
I did the whole network
Oh,
a favor.
I just got that. Yeah, you did make quite a few people happy and a few people sad today. But Terrion Arnold made us sad early on last season with some pass interference calls. But as the injuries mounted and he ended up getting forced into that number 1, number 2 spot alongside Carlton Davis, his man coverage ranking through the last half of the season was premier. The guy is one of the best man coverage corners in the league, at least that's what the analytics showed in the second half of the season. He continues to impress at training camp. A lot of us talk about these young players taking the next step. To me, Terrion Arnold not only has to be, but also is the guy that's going to take the biggest step out of the young Lions.
I thought Terrion Arnold was good last year. Now, I'd make fun and call him handsy because he'll put your hands on you a little bit. But when you look at his PIs, most of them happened in the first half of the season. They started to diminish. But even though he was playing better defense, we still remembered the first part of the season and just said, well, he's a pass interference penalty waiting to happen. He wasn't. He played pretty well. And let me tell you this. Being a rookie cornerback, it ain't easy. And, you get burnt. The spotlight is on you. And normally what happens is quarterbacks see a rookie and they say, well, let's target him because we know we can take advantage of him. They couldn't really do that to him after the first 6-7 games of the season. I'm not going to call it that he's going to have a big step this season. The fans are going to notice that he's a different player than they saw in the first half. So in their minds, they're going to say, well, he's taking a big step. In my mind, he's not because he's already there. He's already a very good cornerback. And I thought, half the battle was being in position to make PIs because a lot of rookies are not even in the picture. So dudes just sprint for 80, 70 yards because they burnt them so bad. But he was at least in position. He got called for a few penalties. And I thought he got screwed on some too.
Yeah.
I thought a lot of times the refs were like, oh,
I agree.
He'll a young fella. He's not supposed to even be
Easy
there. So we're going to throw the flag on his ass.
Yeah.
And they started giving him a little bit more respect later on in the season. He's going to be fine. I think he's fine now.
And he's got a lot more help now than what we saw out of him in the second half of the season.
They're going to have a pass rush this year.
Pass rush and our best secondary and deepest secondary I think that we've had since Dan Campbell's been here.
Easily.
Possibly the best that the Lions have ever had. Where are both of you guys at with this secondary for the Lions? Because I think it's one of the strengths.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you guys, like, for me, defense is like that's what I love most. Like, that's why I played the best when I was playing football. I've been like, that's why I'm so harsh on these quarterbacks because I was just trained to hate quarterbacks half of my life. And this year is, other than obviously the 2014 year, but I felt like more of that was just the defensive line making things happen for everything else around them. This year, just all three levels of that defense looks phenomenal. Yesterday, for the Terrion Arnold, like to that topic, like I would consider Nico Collins top 10 guy in the National Football League, at least borderline top 10 guy at the wide receiver position. Fast, speedy, shields himself when he makes these catches. Terrion Arnold was making plays on him. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, Nico was getting his too, but Terrion was making plays, no flags. I think T was around the spot with that one too. Like, as the season went on, I think referees kind of got used to the way Terrion plays the game. Sauce Gardner plays, I'd say, even more handsy, or just as handsy as Terrion Arnold.
Yeah.
Doesn't get flags because he's got the name. He's got the brand to him. I think Terrion's kind of growing into that, and he's been looking great, man.
You know, Eazy, you confuse me. You say you spent half your life hating quarterbacks. How could you hate quarterbacks? I thought you were the starting quarterback at Chadsey High School.
No.
No, that was Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah. But no, the defense looks really good. Terrion looks really good. DJ Reed looks good. The linebackers are making plays in the pass game, and don't like. We're talking about these corners making these plays, but don't forget we have the best safety tandem in the National Football League, KG.
Oh, that's a fact, man. And I agree with everything that y'all saying. This secondary is about as deep as it can get. I love the additions of Rocky Yassin and Avonte Maddox. They're going to play key roles in depth. DJ Reed appears to be a better option than what Carlton Davis was for the Lions. He's going to make a lot of plays, have a lot of pass deflections. And Terrion Arnold, man, you know, I've been on this bandwagon for a while. And it's funny, I'm going to ask y'all about something that I was going to use for something else, but I think it's just kind of key as to, what we can maybe expect from Terrion Arnold going forward this year. But once he got past the handsiness, he was okay. Like his biggest problem, one, was being handsy, and two, just turning his head around. But he was always in position to make the play. And as a rookie at the toughest position, the toughest turnaround, I thought he did a damn good job. Led the league in man coverage snaps. No, this year is going to be no different because this defense is definitely going to play a lot of man still. But Terrion Arnold had a passer rating of 99.2 when targeted in his rookie season. Will that number be below 90 in 2025? You think
below 90, huh?
Yeah. How much of a jump we talking?
Well, I need to add a question to that.
Okay.
Who would you rather cut? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, I'm curious. DJ doesn't have big size.
No.
Pause. And I'm wondering, is Terrion going to be our CB1? Is he going to be trailing the best guy out there? And maybe not week 1, but is that something that we see as the season goes on? Because that will determine my answer quite a bit. If he comes in and he's CB2, I can see him holding guys under 90. But if he's CB1, low 90s, mid 90s, maybe still even under 90, because all those calls that he got early on, rookies don't get those calls. They don't get the benefit of the doubt. And I like that physicality. You saw Patrick Peterson, his first season, lots of calls early on against him.
Yeah.
Physical guy. And as the Zebras get acclimated to his type of style of play, and they realize, okay, well, this is how he plays, he starts earning that cred, and those yellow flags stop coming out as much. I thought what he did in the second half of the season, this might be our cornerback 1 this year, Terry.
Could be. And Mr. Analytics, can we throw all this number bullshit out the way? You want Terrion Arnold at the end of the season to be the CB1. You want him to be the best cornerback, because that means he's having a phenomenal year, and that he's taken on leadership qualities.
Yeah.
He's improved as a cornerback. He's not getting called for as many penalties. If all that happens, he will be CB1. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of disagree with that, because when you bring somebody like a DJ Reed in, and I think what they gave him a 3-year deal, he's going to be in town for a while. So I think that CB1 is solidified, regardless of how much.
Even with that size?
No,
it doesn't concern you?
No, not at all, because, TA is still going to get matched up, depending on, what the receiver sets look like. He's still going to get matched up against bigger receivers. So I can see him, making plays regardless. But as long as he can hold down that number 2 role, I think this team will be fine, because DJ Reed.
Think about this. If he's the number 1 corner at the end of the season, that means he would have gone leaps and bounds about what kind of play. That means he would improve so much.
Yeah.
That you're like, oh.
But I
this
just
guy now, because he's a young fella.
I don't see
DJ's
that.
not going to improve.
No, he's going to improve. I just don't think it'll be enough to warrant a CB1 spot. But I don't think it matters either.
But there's more growth from a younger fella than there's an older guy.
No, absolutely.
That's my point.
But and DJ Reed not that old. He's still in the younger side of his career. But going forward after this year, we can maybe have that conversation as to whether TA is the number 1. But I think he's locked in at the number 2 right now.
Yeah, I guess my point, DJ's not 23 years old. But if you have a 23-year-old who's absorbing information, getting playing time, learning the league, he has a higher potential for growth. And if that potential for growth increases so much that we all look at him and say, this is the best corner on this team, then the Lions' defense will be that much better. It's going to be a lot better if you can see. That's my point. If you could see then call him number 1, then this defense is going to be much
I think you hit the nail on the head. At this point, we absolutely need him to take that jump. And I'm getting like premier cornerback vibes from him. Like, maybe not Dion to that level, but the Jalen Ramseys, the great Patrick Peterson type players at the CB1 in this league. Terrion's got that swag.
No,
he's got that aura.
He does.
And what I've been hearing, Eazy, you've been at training camp, man. I mean, does this guy look like the best corner on the team?
No.
That's a no.
That's a no.
I just don't think neither are going to be tasked with traveling. I think they're going to man like their side of the field.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I see it being asked, and I think they're both equally as capable. And to like the passer ratings, like KG brought up, I think there's a lot of disrespect on DJ Reed. I understand the size thing, but since 2020, he has the lowest passer rating amongst, I think, 300 attempts. It's like 79.7 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
DJ Reed's he's a dog.
And E, I'm going to ask you, you think he can get a passer rating lower than 90 this year, TA? Because 98 is like, it's not a horrible number, but it's not like a great number either.
Yeah. You said lower than 90?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You say 93?
But if we talking a tangible improvement, I think below 90 would be that.
Yeah,
or right at 90.
I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I look at the schedule, and you play quarterbacks like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Like you might get got a few times, you know.
A lot of good wide receivers they're throwing to out there as well.
Yeah, we got got a lot of
the whole
quarterbacks on the schedule this year.
Yep.
But I think he's that caliber of player though, like that where he could have that for sure, you know.
Yeah, we are going to see a lot of great quarterbacks, a lot of great wide receivers. I do think that Tyrion is going to take the big jump. Somebody mentioned that we haven't talked about Amik at all. Sounds like Amik's going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah, beyond what?
I don't know. Somebody's saying that he's going to be out. I haven't heard that at all.
If you're handpicking the best cornerback in training camp so far, I think it might be Amik Robertson.
Okay,
I believe that.
There you go. And then
on interception yesterday too on C.J. Stroud.
Secondary has become a strength for this team, and that is unbelievable to see. But we've got another strength, and it's Feldman Chevrolet right here in Metro Detroit. Feldman Chevy is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. They have 5 locations: Highland, New Hudson, Novi, Livonia, and Lansing. This month's specials include the 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew. Lease it for only $189 a month. That Equinox LT 2026 you see there, you can get into that for only $219 a month, but I see on the screen there $209, even better. This offer ends September 10th, so get there quick. Just scan that code above my head.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
At Gold Crown, concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since the caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin-infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. The gelatin-free effect-based coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty. All rise to the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
BDE on a Friday here. We want you to make sure that you join us tomorrow. Pre-game for the Lions, watch party for the Lions, post-game for the Lions, final preseason game, game 4 for us. It's technically week 3, though, in the preseason in the NFL. This is where you expect to see some starters. We've seen a lot of starters being played around the league. And we want to know, chat, what are your expectations for this final preseason game? I'll go to you first, Terry. What are your expectations? What do you need to see? I already know you're a huge preseason guy, but what do you want to see, and what do you think that we need to see from them tomorrow?
I just want to see their starters walk off the field healthy. It means they're not going to play. Did you just meet Dan Campbell? He's not going to play his guys. He doesn't care what the rest of the league is going to do. And I've seen some starters play a series or two, but he has taken on the thought, the mindset that it's more important for these guys to be healthy than to get some game experience. You've got to weigh in. What is the give and take between playing 2 series where you risk injury as opposed to not playing anything and you do not risk injury, or you may be rusty?
Yeah.
So he's taken on the mindset that it's better to be healthy and rusty than have a little game experience and risk injury. So that's where he comes from. And me, I just want to see Isaac Tesla catch a couple passes.
I think you're the only person in Detroit that wants to see Isaac Tesla. Nobody's excited about this kid, right, KG?
No, I'm excited. But you see, you're not cutting Tim Patrick. That's all I'm going to say. But I don't need to see anything from him because Rod Wood was on the flagship the other day. He alluded to the fact that they value the joint practice more than, playing starters in a preseason game. So you're not seeing the starters. And at this point, I just everybody stay as healthy as you can, even for the depth pieces. But we already know that the quarterback debate is pretty much over at this point. I don't think it's anything Hendon can do, aside from maybe a 600-yard game and 6 touchdowns that'll save his job at this point, or at least the number 2 job. We all know Isaac Tesla and what he's capable of. I wouldn't even play him anymore if I was the Lions at this point. You know what the kid can do. At this point, yeah, just stay healthy and let's get this shit over with. I'm ready for the season.
That's funny.
You know what? Aren't the Lions telling us that Tim Patrick is going to play a major role on this team? Because they're not playing him. If you don't play, that means you in.
Yeah, normally.
Now, if we see him on the field, then that means that they're still trying to figure some stuff out. But in my mind, what they're saying is Tim Patrick is the number 3 guy. He's solidified. Gonna need him, so not gonna play him.
He stole my take. And that's the thing. That's the thing is you haven't seen Tim Patrick, and that tells you everything that you need to know. There's absolutely zero financial advantage at cutting Tim Patrick. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that made plays for the Lions last year. He does a lot more than just go out and catch balls, and I don't see them getting rid of him. Again, zero financial advantage to cutting him. This is his final year as a Detroit Lion. I think the big concern, though, and why some people think that he might get cut would be the 6 wide receivers that we would love to somehow keep and maybe slide one of those guys on the practice squad. But I got to be honest with you, between your boy Meeks and I always forget the 7th-round pick's name.
Lovett.
Yeah. Lovett. I always want to call him Mullet. But Lovett is a guy that is primed and ready to be the next Khalif Raymond on this team. It seems like
maybe
at the very least he's a special teams gunner who very good at that role. But I think that this whole Tim Patrick and Tesla debate has been blown out of proportion because people want to keep these undrafted free agents and 7th-round guys on the team. And the fact of the matter is, Tim Patrick played at a high level last year and was a major contributor for this team. You might not see him in the box scores lighting things up with 10 catches a game, but to get rid of him in a championship possible year over, instead of keeping one of these other guys, or in favor of keeping one of those guys, I don't see that happening.
Well, why would you cut him? He's your number 3 receiver right now. Even me, who loves Tesla, keeps telling you he's not going to get that job until Halloween.
You, Terry.
Week 9. Week 9.
Week 9.
Right after the bye week.
I just know Halloween. If when you start putting on your Superman costume, that's when Tesla is going to take over.
Oh, we don't rock Superman over here. It's Batman or Spider-Man.
Who you going to go this year? Spider?
Yeah, I don't dress up, so it is what it is.
Whatever, dude.
No, I don't. So it's fine. But TP.
You be Calvin Shepard this year.
Yeah. Y'all silly as hell. That's been debunked, by the way. But TP is as long as he stays healthy, he will be the starting wide receiver 3 on this team. However, they will work Tesla in that space. It will be more of a rotational spot. But as far as starting goes, it will be Tim Patrick that gets the majority of those touches. Unless he gets hurt, then things change.
What would a Kentucky green costume look like?
I don't know, man. Y'all keep trying to throw
You have to dial that one up.
Y'all keep trying to throw gators in a coat on me and shit and a cane and
just
go.
lied to us.
Honestly,
We're not going to let you get away with lying to us. I don't dress up for Halloween.
I don't.
Watch this brother walk in one day as the Black Panther. And then dare you to make fun of him.
Full battle armor.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm straight.
Wakanda
Shout out
forever.
T'Challa. Shout out Prince T'Challa.
I think if you do one KG, you gotta do Kentucky. Like just personify it. Just get a cowboy hat, maybe a vest. I don't know. You gotta make Kentucky green a real
what
thing.
is Kentucky green?
I don't know. You'll make it a thing.
All right, for sure. I'll work on it. How about that? I'll work on it.
Hey, shout out to all the Chicago Catfish fans. I'm sorry, the Bears fans
Shout out.
that keep showing up here. We do love you, but one of them said that Burden is better than Tesla. Yeah, if he didn't have a catfish throwing them the ball. I mean, I loved Luther Burden coming out of school, and I loved him in the draft process, but he ended up in a spot where you got a catfish throwing him the ball. I don't love his prospects. He does look pretty darn good, though. Are you a Luther Burden guy?
No.
No. Well, we'll just...
I'm not anti-Luther, but...
Where are you on Caleb Williams? I haven't really heard you chime in on that one.
I think his big downfall is he's with the Bears. I'm not sure that Ben Johnson's going to be able to correct him. It seems like he's got some mental stuff going on up there. Physically, yeah, he can play and stuff, but there's a lot going on there. He seems distracted to me. I'm not convinced that this dude is going to make it in Chicago, at least this season.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Jury's out.
And I don't think that he has the mental fortitude to get shipped somewhere else and find his game.
Right. And a lot of people failed in Chicago.
They've all failed but Jimmy Mack. And he wasn't even that great of a quarterback.
Yeah, even the quarterback who took him to the Super Bowl wasn't.
We have a trade.
Jim McMahon.
Right.
Breaking news.
What do we got? What do we got?
The Commanders are sending running back Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers.
What?
Robinson posted a career high last season of 4.3 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns in Washington. Everyone who's thinking about drafting Christian McCaffrey first round, that's a sign for you.
Yes, it is. And it is Bill time. His name is Bill, right?
Yep.
What's his full name?
McCoskey, Jalen Son McCoskey, but they're calling him Bill.
Yeah, hell
Kill
of a
Bill.
prospect. And I'll tell you what, they don't make that move unless that guy is popping off the page the way that he has been. You're a fan, right? You're a fan of that guy. We were talking about him the other day. Bill, you're a
I
big
haven't
fan.
watched the tape yet. I like the fact that you're going by one name only. That's like a signature thing, like Tiger, Kobe, Michael. Like you say just one name and it relates to one person. If he can make Bill happen, he's a dog.
Yeah, let Eazy watch the game film this weekend. He's going to watch that game film all weekend and give us an answer on Monday.
Honestly, we are doing our fantasy draft on Monday, so
yeah, man,
I probably will be doing that.
I'm excited.
Sounds good. And for all of you guys doing your fantasy drafts, make sure you catch the Fantasy Jerks on Wednesday nights at 7:30. But let's give somebody else a plug right now.
Who's that?
Well, they're mad.
They're mad? Why?
Well, because they need something in their lives, and after that, they're not so mad. Tell them about it.
I'll tell them about that. I think you're talking about Mad Packs. Listen, it's easy to talk to you guys about Mad Packs. Mad Packs is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they've partnered with Woodward Sports. They launched new products. They're out now. They're available in retailers near you. High Low is getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality and unbeatable prices. Boom shakalaka.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shakalaka is a live resin-infused tarantula. This one is the bomb. Don't give me FBI, I'm reading. Blizzard Packs, TACA, Moon Racks, hit like a blizzard.
Moon Racks?
Moon Racks, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm calling
some
them.
Moon Racks.
Some Moon Racks. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports for all your latest updates on Mad Packs. Probably catch it this next commercial place.
Yeah, get it together.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well. Oh,
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma. Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Get ready for unfiltered sports talk like never before. Join Braylon Edwards and Shep as they bring you the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Has a man open! Touchdown, Michigan! Braylon Edwards.
Where no topic is off limits. What are they thinking? How do jocks really feel?
Here comes a little blitz. Blitz is picked up, though, and the pass thrown to Edwards. Touchdown!
Tune in Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network for hot takes, heated debates, and the latest sports news. It's time to elevate your sports game. Don't miss out.
Michigan is king when it comes to pizza, and the king of pizza in Michigan is Buddy's Pizza.
Big facts.
Buddy's Pizza wants to brisket brew and rendezvous with you.
True.
Try their new barbecue brisket pizza. By the way, it's fucking fire. Flat out. It's unbelievable. It's great. Their barbecue chicken salad, refreshing Buddy Brew Summer Shandy, and the Super Summer Sundae. All are available at your neighborhood Buddies, or just head on over to buddiespizza.com. Don't forget, it's more than just pizza. Their new Smash Stacks are burgers done the Detroit style way. Square slice, smash stack, full absolute flavor. Only at buddiespizza.com. Find them at buddiespizza.com. Welcome back, BDE. We are well into our second hour here.
You're talking about Buddies. You know, I only get pizza 90% of the time when I go to Buddies.
What do you get?
Chicken tenders.
I've heard they're fire.
Get those things with the ranch.
Okay.
Smooth as silk.
Okay.
Are you a ranch guy, Easy?
Yeah.
What about you?
Guy.
Yeah.
When I was living overseas,
You don't like ranch?
No, he loves
I do,
it.
for sure.
I was living overseas. My
Hidden
dad
Valley,
was
baby.
My dad was coming to visit me, and I knew this other American guy there in Hungary, and he's like, "Can your dad bring me ranch?" I was like, "I guess." So he had brought like the big super jug of it because Americans need their ranch, Terry. It's a true story.
Yeah, but you know, Buddies, it's not ranch, it's buttermilk ranch.
That's good
From
stuff.
the Hidden Valley.
No.
It's their own?
They shit a little different.
No, it's
yeah.
not Hidden
Yeah.
Valley. They make their own
They
stuff.
do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the hidden buddy. We got a super chat from Dante151.
Shout out.
I always love hearing Easy and Spinny going, whoa! With every new donation to the heavyweights, it always cracks me up laughing. Hey, save those for the heavyweights, man. What are you doing?
Right,
This
come
is
on,
BDE.
man.
Honestly, you guys have the most organic, real show I have ever watched in sports talk show history.
I haven't been on this show in a while. I gotta get back on there. I like
Yeah,
going
man.
on there.
You guys have such a rapport together and energy together. Honestly, if you guys have never watched the heavyweights, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your 5 to 7 o'clock time of every day, Monday through Friday. You gotta check out the heavyweights. They will be on later today. We got Braylon.
I appreciate you, man.
It's
You know,
the truth,
who
bro.
influenced me? That man right there.
I was about to say, don't say Anson.
Terry
dude.
Foster.
All
You
three
know
of
that's
us
a
are
lie.
heavily influenced by this
Yeah.
man right here.
Yeah.
Absolute legend, Terry
Grew up
Foster.
listening to this guy.
I'm gonna get on there and talk about the one-legged stripper.
Yeah.
I
didn't
told
even
you
know
her
she-
nickname.
Hey, honestly, I want to go on a hunting trip. I want to find her.
Pogo?
Yeah, let's
No.
find her. Get her
Yeah,
on the
Pogo.
show.
Yeah, Pogo.
Is she still
I
around?
thought you said
don't know.
Hobo.
They had another one up at the traffic light up in Mount Clemens.
I grew up across the street from.
She was impressive. It was impressive work.
One leg?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It might be the same girl.
Could have
I went-
been. They toured around. They
I
certainly
went
toured around.
to the strip club in Dearborn. I forget the Wild Mustang or the Painted Horse, whatever the name of it is.
Crazy Horse?
And yeah, that must be it. So anyway, I get a lap dance.
Okay.
From the stripper. And then
Solid.
she says, Mr. Foster. I'm like, oh, God. She said, don't you remember me?
Hell no.
You did a story on me when I was in high school. Man, I felt like a creeper.
Damn.
Do you remember the story?
Full circle, baby.
No. Hopefully she was a gymnast.
I think she ran track.
Was she hot?
Hurdles?
Yeah, she was.
Man,
Nice.
when I ran
Shit,
track
At
all
Fraser High School.
Oh,
Shout out.
Fraser?
Hey, listen, I went to multiple different schools growing up. Fraser by far had the baddest women or girls at that time growing up. I mean, it was just insane. When I went to other schools, I was like, I was sad. I was
sad.
genuinely sad. And because there was such a large amount of them, they weren't picky. Fraser,
Two of my favorite high school not wrestlers, but athletes were from Fraser. Rose Trayon, who was a softball pitcher, and Sheila Papatriantafilou,
Who?
You just
was
made that
a
up.
sprinter.
That's a crazy name.
I
Mike
think she
Jones?
did hurdles, and she played volleyball. And here's the thing. I used to know how to spell her name. Papatriantafilou.
Let's hear it.
Can you
Without
try it
even
now?
looking. I used to.
Used to. You did throw that in
I think
there.
I can. It's
Papa
Papatriantyflou.
Anson, can you even say that name?
Say it again?
No.
Papatriantafilou.
Yes, I can.
I can not only can say it, but I can spell it.
313 Kurt. They call Terry Mr. T in the strip club.
Mr. T.
Yeah, well, no, she was Mr. Foster. Don't you remember? I'm like, no.
Terry, you was an afternoon strip club guy, weren't you? I get that vibe from you.
Huh?
You was an afternoon strip club guy? Because they don't know the afternoon.
Day shift. They call that day shift, bro.
I didn't go very often, but now and then I get a phone call from my friend Minnie Vinny. If he was
Minnie Vinny.
depressed, he'd have to go to the strip club. So, you got to go support your boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you that the afternoon shift, that's the one.
I got
Why
to
you
take
say that?
It's just better. I mean, it's less people. You get better food because it's fresh. The chef, he in a good mood. He hook up the lamb chops the right way, the way you want them. And yeah, man, that's how.
No.
You get your pick of the litter.
Strip club food is delicious.
Oh, yeah.
it's great.
Shout out
yeah.
players and legends, man. Crushing it.
I might be at Legends tomorrow night. Go check out me and my boy Scotty. Might be up there.
Okay.
I'll make a call for you. Get you on the list.
All right, deal. Hook me up.
No doubt.
Shout
And
out to
no,
my
don't
girl,
be emailing me to get on the list, people.
Shout out to Miley. I think she goes by there.
Oh, well.
Hottest wedding date of all
Send
time.
some pictures, buddy. Let's finish things up with the Detroit Lions here. What players do you think make this roster? Who do you think are left off because of the last preseason game? We've talked ad nauseum about the wide receiver situation, so I'm just going to put it out there. Love it or Meeks? I'll start with you, KG. I already know your answer, though.
Yeah, it's Jackson Meeks.
Chat, A, I need you to smash that like button, but B, I need you to give us your answer. Who are you keeping? Are you keeping Meeks or are you keeping Lovett? What about you, Easy?
I've been a big Jackson Meeks guy, like for sure, especially after last week. Lovett yesterday. He's bad at the receiver part of the job, but
Which
in
is
special
not good.
teams as a returner, he had a couple returns yesterday, but it's
have
tough.
Khalif Raymond, so it's kind of no spot for him.
Exactly.
And then in preseason, he has had some misplays, and I think that's going to hurt him.
And practice
ultimately.
too. A lot of misplays in practice as well. Like I don't know if he's gonna make this team, but where he did shine was special teams. But Meeks is just so much better than him at the wide receiver part of the
The way
job.
I
And
look
you got
at it
Khalif
is,
Raymond.
if you expose one of them, can you get him back? Jackson Meeks, if you expose him, you're not
gone.
getting him back.
He gone.
Yeah.
He gone.
And I think that Lovett is approaching that area where he could actually make it to the practice squad. But Terry, if they do expose him to waivers, this will be the first player drafted by Dan and Brad that did not make the 53-man roster.
Actually, James Houston didn't make the initial 53-man roster.
Yeah, they cut him and brought him back.
He got picked back up to the practice squad for the Thanksgiving game, and he went stupid.
No, but I'm saying just start this.
Damn, remember that era?
Start the season, because I've read a bunch of places that every single draft pick has made the 53-man roster here.
I don't believe James Houston.
But here's
did,
the
but
here's
Okay,
the thing.
I'm gonna have to look into
here's
that.
the tricky part. At some point, he's going to be on the 53-man roster. At some point, he's going to play.
Yeah.
At some point, he's going to catch a pass.
Really? Jackson Meeks?
Love it, you're saying.
Oh, Lovett.
No. We're talking about
Jackson
we're talking
Meeks.
about-
No, I'm saying I believe that Lovett could make it to the practice squad. easier than Meeks, because I agree with you. I think Meeks would get snapped up like Isaiah Williams was last year. But it's very rare. If you're telling me it's happened only once, these guys keep their draft picks. So I'm curious if there's a route to these guys keeping 6 wide receivers.
Historically, they haven't done
play,
it.
Yeah.
But you like Zadarius Smith, don't you?
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying. Man,
as long as he's here, man.
You might want to keep him. So I'm just saying. I think they cut both of them, to be honest with you, and just hope and pray Jackson Meeks makes waivers.
Houston tearing it up in Dallas camp, says T. Twirt.
He looked good in a couple of the preseason games, yeah.
I don't know what happened here.
He just didn't fit what they like to do. They like, you look at the guys they've always put opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, they've been the bigger body guys outside of year one before they found out what they actually have in Aiden Hutchinson. And I put it up yesterday on heavyweights. I actually on my Twitter I got it too, but if you ever pay attention with the way they line up Aiden Hutchinson, it's way, way, way outside.
Yeah.
Damn near in like the slot position. And what they do is to make sure the quarterback stays closer to Aiden Hutchinson, they get a big body MF to collapse the pocket around them to keep Aiden Hutchinson in the attack mode.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Houston just wasn't big enough, and he didn't play the run well enough.
And I
hate that we cut him too, though.
I think after he got hurt too, he kind of lost that bend that kind of made him special. You know, when he had them 8 sacks in 9 games.
So what other camp battles are you guys looking at to get resolved here in the 4th preseason game for the Lions? Who's on the fence? Who do you want to see? Who do you think is gone? Easy. I'll start with you. You've been down in Allen Park quite a bit lately.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. I mean the closest one. I mean the one that comes to mind is exactly what you're talking about is Jackson Meeks versus Dominic Lovick. But like KG said, it's a world where both those guys don't make the team. Despite that, I think another position probably the defensive line room, just because Keith Cooper has been playing really well.
Okay.
Pat O'Connor's the guy they want as a veteran piece.
Yeah.
And Mekhi Wingo. Dan Campbell didn't sound too sure about like his role in this defense, and it's crazy because that's a guy he drafted just last year
and looked really good.
But it was under the prowess of Aaron Glenn, and Aaron Glenn's not here, and now they got all these pieces. Maybe they're done. The way Brad Holmes speaks, when I listen to him, he's almost done with the developmental pieces because you can't really afford that right now when you're trying to chase a Super Bowl. We need depth pieces, guys you can plug and play right now and be ready to go. You can't really play these project guys. So I think Mekhi might be a guy, Hendon might be a guy. All those developmental pieces you think about, it's like, oh, he could be this, he could be that. It's like
Broderick Martin too.
Broderick Martin, another one too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up undrafted free agent Keith Cooper Jr., defensive end, rookie. The other side of that is veteran linebacker Zach Cunningham. I really like him as a depth piece here, but I'm hearing that he could be on the chopping block. Terry, how do you feel about the linebacker room?
Well, here's what I want to see. You asked, what do you want to see? I'm going to answer that first.
Please.
I want to see Hendon Hooker released. The reason is because then after you get rid of him, you can make a decision. Do you need more depth at linebacker, more depth on the defensive line, the offensive line? I think it's more important for the Lions to add depth at certain positions, and that's for them to decide what is more important. I would like to see somebody on the offensive or defensive line added to that because I think that's more important than having a number 3 quarterback. So that's the first thing I want to see. Get his ass out of here.
Okay.
A, can't play, and B, you need depth pieces because you found out last year with all these injuries and stuff that you're going to need somebody at some point. The other key is the practice squad is going to be very, very important for the Lions. Last year I looked at the practice squad and said, man, there's some dudes on here who can play, and they're probably going to play. This year you're going to see even more who are going to be able to help this team out because, you know, the injuries and all the things that happen. So get Hendon Hooker out of here and then make a decision about what do you need, offensive lineman or defensive lineman, and move from there.
Question, you brought up Zach Cunningham. Is Mo Norris a linebacker? Does he plays linebacker, right?
Safety.
Oh, he plays safety. Okay. Because, I mean, I would like to keep Zach Cunningham, but I think Grant Stewart has just been an absolute
I was going to go
dog.
there.
He has to be on this
Stewart
team.
is staying on this team. I saw a clip.
He has to.
I think we posted on Woodward did on Twitter, but I saw that clip of him talking about playing against us last year.
Yeah.
And he just said he'd never played a team where every single wide receiver on every single play is downfield making blocks, getting physical, and he loved the way that the Lions team got after it when he played against us, and that's why he wanted to come here. And we've seen that attitude and style of play from him, whether he's returning kicks or whether he's out there on defense. In terms of the Hendon Hooker stuff, KG and I were talking about in the postgame. There's the rhetoric from the coach and Brad at this point. I don't know if they're going to cut Hendon Hooker. And I think that, to your point, Terry, it causes some confusion throughout the other position rooms, because if this team were to hold on to 3 quarterbacks, it's going to take its toll on either the wide receiver room or the defensive line or the linebacking room. Is there a possibility that this team keeps 3 because they have this infatuation with their 3rd-round pick, Hendon Hooker?
Possibility, yes. And that, to me, is saying that this coaching staff still has an ego about them. They still think they can develop him into something, even though they failed for the first 3 years of his career. So that's ego talking. But I believe this, and everybody keeps telling me Dan Campbell's this great coach. If that's the case, then Dan Campbell's #1 priority is making this the best roster that he can. Brad Holmes, the best roster that he can. And putting a scrub like Hendon Hooker doesn't make you the best roster that you can be.
It doesn't. And you're right. But we've also seen them not go after trades that some Detroit fans would think make them a better roster. They do have a constant eye to the future and a very committed plan of building through the draft. And that's paired with some of the comments I've heard from them recently, is why I'm just not sure that we're going to see a quarterback cut. We might see 3 here, and I think it would be crazy, but maybe they think they have a better chance of sneaking Kyle Allen onto the practice squad. I don't know what's going to happen there, but we're going to get some clarification real soon.
Has won the #2 job.
I think so.
Why would you put him on the practice squad?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's earned that.
The Hendon Hooker thing is not going away, but it might real soon. But you know who else is not going away? It's Lady Jane's, man, because they're absolutely wicked awesome. Been around forever. They're all around the country. There's locations near you everywhere, I promise. But, we like simple stuff as dudes. We like simple stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to think of weird, simple stuff. But either way, it's uncomplicated when you come here. We were looking right next door to all the talented hairstylists that they have at the Birmingham location. But you can just sign in, walk in, anytime, any day, 10 to 8 o'clock. Again, it's wicked awesome. It's Lady Jane's.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Summer is heating up and Michigan is buzzing. Each can delivers 7.5 milligrams of real THC wrapped in bubbles. Crafted with that real fruit juice and no artificial sweeteners, they're bold in flavor but low in calories and 100% hangover free. It's all bubbles with no troubles. Perfect for poolside sips, bonfire nights, or lake day chills. Available at any of Loom's 38 locations across Michigan. Use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order online or in store. It's loom.com today.
A couple of interesting super chats here as we get into our last segments here at BDE. Caseville Country Boy, he thinks we should keep 3 quarterbacks because of the look on Goff's face after that playoff concussion hit that he took. He's a little worried. He'd like to keep 3 around. He did have something else earlier that he asked as we are headed into week 0 of college football. He said, and boy, these Corn and Blue fans are puffing their chest out. He says, who has more wins after 12 games, the Lions or the Wolverines? Terry, I'm starting with you.
The Wolverines are not going to reach 12 wins.
Yeah.
That's A.
Or after 12 games, I apologize.
Games.
After 12 games,
okay.
I said that wrong.
Who has more wins?
Thank you for clarifying. I think the Lions. Lions are a better team. I know they got a tough schedule. So I'm going to say Lions.
Easy?
Go Lions.
That's easy, Lions. Come on.
I'm not even answering because you guys know my
we already know his answer.
Right.
No
Hey,
doubt about
Naz.
it. You know what? I got a bunch of people in here asking about Malik. Who are we talking about, Malik? We talking about Malik Beasley? We talking about somebody else? Did something happen that I
They
missed?
told me I was a madman.
He's free, man.
Yeah.
He's been free. The
He's been
FBI
free.
is no longer investigating Malik Beasley. He is a free man.
Okay, so
He
do
beat
we
the
get him
case
at a
like Terry.
discount? Are you bringing him in at a discount, Terry?
Well, he's not going to take a discount. If you can get him, yeah. I'd bring him back.
I mean, they love him in the locker room, and I think that was a big thing why they weren't looking at other three-point specialists until they had to. Obviously, he had a career year, and they hope that he repeats it. He's not going to get as many shots up with Jaden Ivey healthy.
Right.
But is this a guy you bring back at this point?
Maybe he takes better quality shots, not quantity, because Ivy is back. So, yeah, I'd bring him back. Dude can shoot, except in the playoffs.
Right.
But yeah, he can shoot.
Adding him to your bench would be absolutely phenomenal. I just really don't. He would have to take a discount because they already allocated that money to Karis LeVert now, and they did bring in Duncan Robinson as well. So I just don't know if the money's there anymore. So it would have to be a drastic discount. But I would love to have him. You add another shooter like that to the bench, and Jaden Ivey start, man, come on. That'd be huge for the Pistons.
I'd have
Today's NBA, you can never have enough shooters.
Never.
This is the truth.
Never.
This is the truth.
But I don't think it'll happen.
And we were missing 2 of our top 6 players come playoff time, so depth never, ever hurts.
Yeah.
This is a guy that really seems like he found his groove with the Pistons, been a journeyman, and it seemed like he was set for yet another journey to another city after all the gambling allegations. But hey, I think he wanted to be here this entire time. It's going to be very interesting to see what teams that he's linked
They
to.
had a deal in place. He absolutely wanted to be here.
I wonder how much it was for.
They said the same thing Karis
14?
LeVert got.
Yeah, the 14?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, we've got that trade exception from the whole Schroeder deal. Obviously, I don't know how that would work in with that.
The only issue is we just filled that last roster spot with Javonte Green last week.
Yeah, they did.
So
I
we
forgot.
might have to get rid of him somehow.
Defensive specialist Javonte Green.
Exactly.
Right.
Should have been a 2-way contract.
Right.
I mean, you guys know where I sit with Beasley. I think that he operates outside of the flow of the offense at times. I think that Duncan Robinson will do a much better job of working within the offense. I love the different levels of scoring that Karis LeVert brings.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, man, if Beasley only saw 8 to 12 minutes but was back in the locker room, I think that's a plus move for the Pistons.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I was.
Is he going to be miserable playing 8 to 12 minutes?
Probably, but I mean,
he got to know he's not going to start over Ivy at this point. Ivy's coming back. They need to see what they have in him.
Is he going to play even over LeVert and Duncan is now the question.
No. That's tough because, I don't. How would you run that set out? Like, would you play all 3 of them at the same time, or would you just use them in stagger, situations or 3-point situations? I don't know, but
I only look at the playoffs, of course. You have to sit one of them, or maybe two of them. LeVert, Beasley, Duncan Robinson. Which two are you going to sit?
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs. Somebody's sitting. They all ain't playing in the playoffs.
True, but if you have that kind of depth, maybe you run 8 or 9 deep. It depends, though.
No. You run 8 or 9 deep if you got 8 or 9 deep players.
Yeah.
These are not the kind of guys that they got to play. Two of them got to sit.
Well, Beasley's shooting ability warrants him to be on the floor. Like,
okay,
and I know you don't like
Beasley.
that he doesn't necessarily get it within the floor of the offense, but when he can hit prolific shots, I don't mind him taking those kind of shots.
NBA boys. All right, let's stop being all professional and bullshit. Let's break it down. Beasley, do you want him back for the playoffs? You saw what he did last year. So now,
for the playoffs, no, I don't need him for the playoffs.
If you bring him back, it's for the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't need him back for the playoffs. He was ass in the playoffs.
That's not to say he can't
now
fix it.
Are we going to be men? Are you going to drop him, or are you bringing him back?
Anybody that can shoot like he can, I'm bringing him back. Point blank.
Even though you saw
it's one playoff series. We've seen him in other playoff
that's
series.
What he does.
No, but we've seen him in other playoff series.
You've seen him
do
one
well.
year.
He did bad with the Pistons. We've seen him do well.
He's a big Beasley apologist. Be careful.
Oh,
I'm not, but
you are.
He's damn near led the league in 3-point shooting. What are we talking about?
Even though he looks like he's point shaving during the playoffs, you still love him?
That's what we got to worry about.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
On the side. But hey, Terry Rozier beat the case. He beat the case. I'm letting it go. But
is he tainted now, though? Does this lower his value across the league, even though he's been cleared?
I don't think it does.
Well, DNC ENT brought up a...
No, stop it. You guys are too polite. He looked like when he go up for a shot, he's like, oh, man, if I make this, the mob is going to lose money. Oops, short arm.
No,
he's not lying. He's not lying.
That they played after he got, the news
and not just as the Pistons.
That shit was bad.
Other teams too, man.
That shit did look bad.
And I think he's tainted at this point. DNC brings up a great point. There's no market for Malik because all the money in the NBA is mostly gone. It's us or pretty much nothing. I think that maybe a bad team is going to throw him a lot of money, or he's really going to have to settle because the money's been dispersed, Terry.
Yeah, it is. We're going to see Malik Beasley at St. Teresa.
Yeah.
The big three.
Jumpers.
Hey,
some team will take him.
We didn't have plans to talk NBA, but we squeezed it in. I appreciate you guys letting me know about that. And no, I'm not a Drew Stanton apologist. You guys, Mike G, get it through your head, dude. I don't care about college sports. I'm not following a guy that is going to be stocking groceries in a year from now, all right? I am a pro guy. You want to get me into the debate about actual schools and how they're run and how people react to them? Yes, you can get me fired up. But let's pay some bills and let's come back for our final segment. Tell me about jars, Easy.
I'll tell you about jars as soon as I find this button. Found it. All right, Woodward sports fans. Whether you're hitting the game or simply just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of recreational cannabis products. They've got 27 locations across the great state of Michigan. Repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations right here in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. If you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, and Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jars.com to see where you can find your favorite product today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Hit it.
Caesars Sportsbook will back up your bet up to $1,000 if it doesn't hit. Scan that QR code above my head or head on over to Caesars Sportsbook. Use that code Woodward1000, and your first bet between $20 and $1,000, if it doesn't hit, you're getting that money back to bet again. So once again, head on over Caesars Sportsbook. Use that code Woodward1000 or just fire up that QR code. Get yourself betting. And, this weekend we'll have plenty of bets for you guys. Pre-game for the Lions, pre-game for the Tigers, all kinds of action out there. Final segment, Big D Energy. Terry Foster, my name's Anson. We got KG, Eazy making us look fantastic. We want to hear from you guys in the chat over these last final minutes here. I'm going to start off with Big Dan Davis.
Yeah,
okay, there we go.
That's my guy. Shout out.
The Tigers have called up reliever Drew Summers from AAA Toledo. Has a left-handed reliever. Who do they send down to make room? I'd love to have Nick Koloff here to answer that question.
Hey, you want something funny? Yesterday, Kyle Finnegan was at camp.
Word.
And I literally talked to him and didn't know it was Kyle Finnegan. I thought he was like Jack Fox's cousin or something like that. It was me and Booner. And because he's coming from the family side.
Yeah.
Love VIP treatment. I'm like, are you related to Jack Fox? He's like, no. We're just here visiting a couple guys, new in town, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, he didn't give you the name? Yeah.
Nope.
Keep Anson,
He's
cut
doing good, though.
Hansen, Mbop. Do you know that 25 years later, I introduce myself and they start singing Mbop to me still?
What is that?
I didn't know.
Right, what the hell is that?
Mbop. Diddle-diddle-da, boom, bop, diddle-diddle-da. Hanson.
Oh, got it.
Hanson brothers.
I had hair down to here when they came out. I had to cut it.
That's hilarious.
It's not.
Hey, I have a funny
It's
story
not.
about that too. My stepbrother thought one of them, the youngest one, was a girl, and he's like, she's cute. I'm like, that's a guy.
You're right.
He's like, no, it's not.
Male.
And we got a fist fight about it. I beat his ass, by the way. But yeah,
I'll beat his ass.
And then I was right. That's the worst L you could take. Shout out to my guy Cody.
Fire up some questions here, chat. We want to hear from you. Ask Terry, what is Black Santa's favorite strip club, and do you pay?
Oh.
Black Santa's favorite strip club is now closed.
Oh, Cheetahs?
It was the Dirty Duck.
Where's that?
That
The
sounds
Dirty
disgusting.
Duck was on the Lodge Freeway and 8 Mile. It was nasty, too.
Why was that your favorite?
Huh?
The Lodge at 8 Mile. I know where that.
They probably closed it because of the health code.
Yeah, they had less stringent rules, I imagine.
I have a
He talking
question.
about that strip club next to the Jamaican pot over there. That's the one you talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
The Dirty Duck.
I got a question for Terry. What's the maddest an athlete has ever been at you in person, and did they confront you?
In person. How about Tony Phillips? Detroit Tigers, way back in the day. And Ndamukong Suh.
Sue!
Yeah. He got pissed at me, too.
Were you
He didn't like
kind of
questions
nervous?
that I asked. It was on the air, and at the flagship.
Right.
He was mad about an interview we had with him. So after the interview, I went to the Lions locker room because if I know somebody's mad at me, I just go out there to confront them. They can punch me in the face or tell me to go to hell. So I went out there, and he just blew right through me.
Damn.
And nothing to say, but he was pissed.
Yeah.
But
he
yeah,
seems
he
a little
didn't say
moody
anything.
sometimes.
You
when I
stood
watch
on
him.
business, though. I respect that.
Yeah,
I said,
Always.
what's up? I'm here.
Terry's always stood on
I said it,
business.
what's up?
Yeah, I would not.
No, I didn't do it like that, but
Yeah,
I
not
just go
with
out
Sue.
there.
No, hell
I'm
no.
Not with
always
Sue.
always timid because somebody might beat the hell out of me. But I just figure if you've got a problem with somebody, let them confront you because they can just say whatever they want.
Right. Maybe y'all can smooth it
And
over.
I
Maybe
just
not.
take it. And then I got cussed out by Rod Marinelli, Lions coach. He thought I was too negative about the Lions.
Funny
Too
story
honest.
about that.
And I'm like, y'all
Funny
suck.
story. Funny story about that.
I do want to go back to the strip clubs, and I want to ask you what the greatest named strip club in Detroit history is. I'm pretty sure I know it. I'm going to see if you agree.
I don't know, man.
Chicks on Dicks.
Oh, yes. I remember that. Yes. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable
spelled
name right there.
D-I-X.
Yes, Dixie Highway.
Yeah, of course.
For those of you at home that don't know.
There's a strip club out there that's really nasty. It was used to be. It's called. I don't know.
What city?
It's in Southgate.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't-
Downriver Girls,
I
man.
ain't venturing there for the strip club.
Nasty.
I got a quick question here from Xavier DT Mailbag. Anson, who was your favorite player to heckle? Hands down, it was Kurt Thomas. He's the one that got me started. I was able to get him actually talking to me while an outlet pass went right over his hand to Chucky Adkins.
Why you gotta heckle people?
Well, because I'm worth 2 points every game I'm in that seat, Terry. And the light bulb went over my head when he was talking to me after he hit both free throws. I'm yelling at him during the free throws. Outlet pass goes right over his outstretched hand while he's turning. What now, kid? What now? Right over his hand to Chucky Adkins. Chucky gets the free layup. Don Chaney takes timeout. God damn it, Kurt, get your head out of the crowd and into the game. We won by 2 that game.
Why'd you quit?
Because the Pistons...
He matured.
No, because the Pistons traded away Chauncey Billups and then built bunker suites in the basement where you couldn't even see any type of performance and decided to jack all of our ticket prices up. And my dad was done, so he let go of his season tickets at 25 years.
Damn.
Yeah. It's
End of an era, man.
It's a tough thing, but...
Since you're an adult, you could have bought season tickets.
Yeah, well, they're a whole different cost these days. But Tom Gores, I got 2 points for you every night. You want to put me close, I'll keep it clean. I know the rules.
I don't know if you want to heckle in today's NBA.
It's well, hey, where was I? I was with the game when Chauncey was there. I saw Tyrone, the head of Pistons Security. He's been with us for probably 30 years, and that cut me some slack. They cut me a little bit of slack, but we're not cutting you guys any slack. In fact, we are giving you guys all your flowers and all your love. We appreciate you being here. Make sure you stick around. We got Braylon and Shep coming up for you from 2 to 4. The most organic talk show in sports, the heavyweights, from 5 to 7, and then all weekend.
Not organic. Those dudes are funky, man. What you talking
It's
about?
funky organic, man. It's funky. It's
No,
just real.
funky, man. They just tell you what's happening.
That's right. That's right. But
Come
then
on, everybody, clap your hands.
stick with us all weekend long for your Lions and Tigers fix. Tomorrow, of course, the pregame, watch party, postgame, and then we'll be doing our Tigers live stream while Nick Koloff is getting you interviews live from Comerica Park. So keep it on Woodward all weekend. Appreciate you, Terry.
Big series, huh?